Ah, ooh. Ah, ooh. Ah, ooh. Ah, ooh. Take me home today. Take me out to play. Take me back into that sweet, sweet melody. Singing an old song until it hurts, just to find myself in a sea of words. I'm diving in, diving in. I'll hold my breath, and then I keep looking for something new. Will you pick me up? Can you pull?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a really long time. I'm so happy to have you all here. So before the Run Disney training season starts, I thought it'd be really fun to do a Run Disney medal haul. So stay tuned. This might be a little long because I have quite a few to show you. And I'm sorry that this is not the cutest setup, but I'm in the midst of redecorating or just decorating my room to begin with. So whatever, here's what we have. So don't forget to like and subscribe and hang around because we're gonna have a lot of videos about training for the next upcoming Run Disney races. And if you are training for a Run Disney race, go ahead and stay here because I will be giving you all of my tips. Also, if you'd like to train with us in Run Fit Fab Dopey or any of our upcoming programs, we have the in-summer base training for strength and running coming up starting June 1st. So I would love to have you join us. All the information is down below and on my website at runfitmama.net. So I do have some medals here, but I will be running back and forth to my wall because I didn't want to take them all down all at once and have a big old mess. So let's start off and let's go in order of all of my races. So we are going to start first with the I just had to think about it for a second. The 2013 Tinkerbell Half Marathon. So I did my first Run Disney race in 2013. I signed up in August, which was 4 months before the race even started. It was not sold out. I couldn't believe, looking back now, how easy it was for me. And at the time, there were no 10Ks. So I didn't even, like the thought of doing a 5K and then a half marathon the next day never even occurred to me. So at the time when I registered, I never thought, do both days. No, I just signed up for one. So let's start off with, and this might be honestly my favorite medal because of sentimental value, but also because I love pink and green together. Those are my two favorite colors. So she's a spinner. Here it is. Now, the thing about old school Run Disney medals and things like that is that they never changed the style every race weekend. So I have quite a few of these Tinkerbell wings and she spins in the center. It just says, Tinkerbell Half Marathon. And they're just amazing quality. I mean, this is 10 years old and it still looks just as shiny and new as she did the day of. And I love the sparkles on the lanyard. I just think it's really pretty. And like I said, this style you'll see a couple more times because I did do Tinkerbell a couple times. And the main thing that changes is the lanyard. So next up, I ran the Dumbo Double Dare. I ran it the second year that it was available. And that weekend, so I think now that we have Disneyland Half Marathon weekend back, people are a little confused that the theme is like Disneyland, but that's kind of just how it always has been, is that's the theme. But the 10K and 5Ks tended to change movie. So that didn't make sense. It changed based on the movie for the theme. So the one I did was the Lilo and Stitch 10K, and the 5K I believe had Lilo on it, and then this was like the tiki themed. This really isn't like my vibe of style, like the Hawaiian print, but you know what? It's looking back, I'm really glad that I have this because Trader Sam's is a really popular place to go at Disneyland. So it just kind of reminds me of that. And I love that one. So for the half marathon for that weekend, this was the medal. So again, like we're seeing for this upcoming race season, the Disney theme, this is kind of what I mean. So you get the big D with the castle saying half marathon. And then the lanyard, I mean, not my favorite colors per se with the orange and the barf green, but that's okay. I mean, it's supposed to look retro and that's what it looks like. So for the challenge medal for that weekend, here is the Disneyland Dumbo Double Dare challenge medal. I think this honestly, as I'm looking at it now, probably one of my favorites. Like I said, it looks exactly the way it did the day I got it, which is something we can chat about with the runDisney medals and how they've been looking lately. But I love that this lanyard has Timothy Mouse, and then on the back you'll see Dumbo. Super cute. So after that, after I did the Dumbo Double Dare, the next race I did was another Tinkerbell half marathon, but now it was moved until May, and then they added the challenge this time. So for the challenge, it started to get super cute in my opinion. So this is the 10K. If you hear my kids, they're home from school. So you can see the Tinkerbell 10K medal here. The wings have this like iridescent, marbly, pearl looking color. Super cute. So the theme, they kind of went with the Tinkerbell movies. So they would have like Silver Mist and Rosetta, I think is another one. I need to rewatch those movies, but the lanyard is super cute. Very pretty. The thing about this weekend that I really like, you know, I love Princess Weekend, but what I really love about Tinkerbell Weekend is the theme was always just like sparkly and greens and purples, and I just love that kind of look. So for me, I thought that was really pretty. And then the medal that went along with it that year. So see how they kind of added this like pearlescent, marbly, pretty color, and then she spins in the center again. But again, same design with just a little tweaks here and there, which is what I just really like it. I like simple stuff. The quality again is really great. I love the design. I love the Disneyland logo. I just think it's super pretty. Now for the actual challenge medal itself, this was the Pixie Dust Challenge medal in 2015. So I think the whole point to this was to show all of the different fairies and their like special talents, I think they call it, all of their little magical powers, which is really cute. It's pretty big, it's pretty massive. I mean, at first when we all saw this, we were like, huh? But once you watch the movies and you sort of get it, but I love that they put Tinkerbell on the lanyard. I just think it's super cute. So then going from there, a couple months later, I did another Dumbo Double Dare, and I did this because I was gearing up for Dopey. So I thought it would be great to do my first 5K, 10K half challenge. So this is when the 5K medals were still rubber, and I just think this is probably one of my favorite medals because one, it has a ton of color. Two, it has all the main characters on there. I just think it's super cute. And the theme for this one was sort of like villains were taking over the race weekend. So you can see Maleficent in the back. And then that comes into play later. They really did a big villain vibe for this weekend. And then they had them in their 60th anniversary outfits, which is just so super cute. And the 10K, like I said, they wanted to focus on the villains. So we got this cool magic mirror, Snow White theme, which is really cute. And then I don't know what this like snake is. That might also be from Maleficent, but if you can see, the back has the little crowns on it. So it was really cute. And at this race in particular, they had a lot of villains out on course, which I thought was really cute. Now, because it was the 60th anniversary, they wanted to incorporate that diamond theme. So this is the front of that medal, which again, this is one of my favorites. So it has the Disney D, it has Mickey, and on the back it has the castle with a little diamond, which I just think is so cute. And then the background of the lanyard has Mickey on it. I just think like when they go simple, they can add in a lot more little tiny elements that you wouldn't normally see. And I think it says the happiest race on earth. So cute. And so for the challenge medal that year, you can see it's the same design, a little bit different in the coloring, and then a different lanyard. So super cute. And when they hang all next to each other, it looks really cute, even though they are kind of similar, to have the little variations. That's really cute. So now let's move on to my first Dopey challenge a couple months after this race. All right, so let's go to my first Dopey challenge. We have, again, the rubber medal, which again, I don't mind. I love these. Okay, so all colorful. This is the Pluto theme. So we have him for the 5K. For the 10K, it used to always be Minnie. So, and she's pretty small. I don't know why she doesn't get as much love on this size of this medal, but, and again, I just love the simple gold. I don't really love the new painted colors on the medals that they're doing. I just like simple, mostly because these used to be sponsored by Pandora and the quality of the medals are amazing. So here's the half, it's just a big Donald face for the 2016 marathon weekend. A couple of stars next to him. For the full marathon, we have a big Mickey head here with the castle and Mickey running. I kind of love now though that they put Minnie and Mickey on the marathon, but you know, who doesn't love just like classic Mickey? And for the Goofy challenge, Goofy's another one I feel like doesn't get as much love. He's kind of tiny, but you know, I don't mind the color on this one because the enamel over it has kept it looking brand new, and it just says 39.3 miles on it. And then he's also on his lanyard. And then for my very first Dopey medal ever, I love this one because again, I like the simple, but I do like the enamel color on it. So 5K, 10K, half marathon, full marathon. So I just like that you can take a picture of this and then it explains exactly what you did on the race. And there's little Dopey himself. And that was my first one. So after this race, I went and did another Tinkerbell challenge because I wanted to get my coast to coast. And I was also pregnant at the time with Max. So this was a very special race weekend for me. So I believe this is one of the last colorful rubber medals that they did. But this one was Peter Pan, Captain Hook. And then you see little Tinkerbell right there. The cool thing about these 5K Tinkerbell race weekend or races is that Tinkerbell used to fly before. So this is the 10K medal for this race weekend. And either I forgot or I literally just realized that the wings are just see-through or hollowed out. I always kind of thought it was like a glass backing, but I think I just didn't look at it for too long. So same design as the year before. Super pretty lanyard on this one. And then because this was the 5th anniversary, I love this medal so much. She has green, green's my favorite color. So a little bit of the green accents, and then she's a spinner and you can see both sides of her. I love this one so much. I just think that dark green is so pretty. It just matches Tinkerbell's dress so well. Okay, a medal that I completely forgot about. I did this in 2014. I did the inaugural Avengers half marathon weekend. Before there were tons and tons of Marvel movies. They only had Thor, I think the Hulk and Captain America on this one. Again, before the challenge, I just did this one because I thought it would be really cool to do the first race of a race weekend. And so because I did the Tinkerbell and Dopey together, here is my coast to coast medal. Now they did the blue version if you did any of the race weekends on either coast, but they did a purple and pink version of this if you did Tinkerbell and Princess, which is what I had planned on doing before they canceled the Disneyland races. And so because of that, and I was nervous that Disneyland would never come back, I bought this one on eBay. I just thought it was really pretty. And I thought, you know what? I've done both Princess and Tinkerbell. So whatever. I mean, I just hang it up because I just think she's really cute. This was the Pixie Dust Challenge medal for 2016 that I totally forgot. But you know, she's in there. This one's really pretty too. I really like the blue on this. So after this, I did the 2018 Dopey Challenge. So let's go ahead and get into those medals real quick. So here is the 5K. So this whole weekend, it was the 25th anniversary. So they added a lot more sparkle onto these medals than usual. I love this part on the lanyard. I don't think I've ever seen that. Or maybe I've just forgotten, but I think it's really cute. The little 5K sparkles, and it's sort of like a chrome color. Very pretty. The 10K also has sparkles for the mini medal. The red is super, super sparkly in person. I really like that. And then I love the little polka dots. In fact, my friend and I, the outfit we wore for this race, all polka dots because we wanted to match the medal. And then the half marathon, again, super sparkly in the numbers and in the blue. I just think that's really cute. I love all the big, bold colors. I like that Mickey is on this medal as well. And it was because of this race weekend that I thought, oh, I'm gonna come back and do the 30th for sure. Now, this is one of my favorite medals. I think this one's super pretty, super sparkly. And on the back, it says, if you can dream it, you can do it. The lanyard itself too is super sparkly, like the marathon little letters you can't really see here, and then it says 25 years. This one was really fun and the size of my hand. And this was the first year that they started handing out, well, they did it for the 20th, but they handed out years after, and then they just kept on that tradition. Here is the Goofy Challenge medal. This one's not my favorite. I don't really love the shape, but I like the sparkle. I do think Goofy does not get enough love. There are his ears on his lanyard. So it's very cute, but not one of my favorites. Not one I put at the front, if you know what I mean. And then this is like a crowd favorite. So this is the Dopey Challenge medal for this year. All the purple is super sparkly, and then he has little gems for his eyes. I think they knocked this one out of the park on design for this one. I sort of wish they would kind of maybe bring this one back for a special year or something like that, but we'll see. So after that race weekend, I did the very last Run Disney Disneyland race weekend that they did. For some reason, the 5th year, they decided to change it to a Pixar theme, which is fine. I love Pixar, but it just seemed really random. So the 5K was Incredibles. The 10K I did with Ryan, and that was Monsters. And I hate to tell you, I have no idea where that medal is. It might still be in a box from when we moved, but I have no idea how that one medal is gone. So I'll have to find it. But the half marathon was Toy Story. I love this medal. I love Toy Story, but everyone always says this, and I always think of it now. Why does it say ADC? I get it, the Disneyland D, but they could have thought of something better to incorporate the D. But I love that Rex is on the lanyard. And so, like I said, they changed the Dumbo theme for this one year to the Pixar theme. And again, it's fine, but like the completionist in me gets a little annoyed. Also, I will say, feeling the difference between the lanyards of yore or yesterday or whatever you want to say, way different than the lanyards now. Like much thicker, much softer, and I just think the quality overall in Run Disney medals weren't, but hopefully they will take our feedback and make it a little bit better. Okay, so let's go to my very first Princess Half Marathon weekend. I was so excited to do this one. So the 5K theme was Rapunzel. Lots of really cute detail here. I really, really like this one, and I like that you can see Pascal. And the lanyard is her hair, which again, love the detail. Now this next one for the 10K, I love because again, it's that chrome color and I think it's so different. So this one was Merida, and this one, the medal has the bear, and on the back, or not the medal, sorry, the lanyard, you can see her with her 3 bears. But I just love the detail on this one. I think she looks really cool shooting her bow and arrow. And I also tried to match the medal for that one, which was really interesting, running with a bow and arrow, let me tell you. So this next one, again, is a crowd favorite for the medals. So this is a giant apple, super sparkly. And then on the back, you have the 7 dwarfs, which if you do Dopey, it was kind of perfect to get them both. So this one, the half marathon, is all sparkly because I believe this was the 10-year anniversary. You can see Snow White and little 7 dwarfs on there. This is my first princess race, and I was really happy to do that one, especially for the anniversary. So the next set of medals I have is from 2020. This was like 2 weeks before the COVID lockdown, which was wild to be there and come home and literally the world changed. So this was the Pocahontas theme. I love this medal because I don't really have anything else this like hot fuchsia pink color. I wish they would do more of that. And this race weekend, I did not do the 5K, surprisingly. We just went for, we were like, oh, let's just go for the weekend. This one's super pretty. A lot of comments on her face, a lot of jokes made online, but I don't know. I think it's pretty. And there's like glass behind here, so it's a little see-through. I think the lanyard is super cute. It has the little castle on the back. this was really fun. It's just so weird to think about that one race weekend because again, we went and then I remember on the flight home, there was a guy in a mask and my friend and I were like, that's weird. And little did we know. Okay, so this challenge medal, everyone calls the dinner plates because it has the 3 fairies with a little gem in the center. And then it says 13.1, 6.2, 19.3. I love the 3 fairies from Sleeping Beauty. I think that they aren't on enough merch. And so I love that I had the chance to get something with them on it. This is my favorite part on the back of this lanyard. The green fairy, she's my favorite. So yeah, this one was fun. It's funny that they call them these like dinner. It's funny, like we always complain when we don't get spinners and then when we do, we're like, what the heck? But I don't know, I think it's pretty. All right, so after the craziness of the pandemic, I did the 2022 Goofy Challenge. I loved these because they were trying to go with the whole 50th anniversary theme. So everything's super iridescent. Even the back, it says the most magical celebration. And so everything had this like 50th iridescent hologram sort of vibe. I just think these are super pretty and unique. I'm really happy that my friend and I decided to do this one. She went down and did her first half marathon. And so I was like, well, okay, I'll do Goofy. And she like fell in love with it and then ended up doing Dopey with us this past year. And then here is the full marathon medal. Again, I feel really lucky to have gone and got these when they were doing this big 50th celebration. I just think it was really unique. And I love that everything was just decorated all that way. Even the castle looked really cool. And then here is my Goofy Challenge medal from this year. I really like the back. This is probably my favorite part. It's iridescent-y looking. I love the green, like you know. I love the green on the lanyard. I just think he's really unique looking in this one, or just, you know, really fun and special. And even his little uniform has that ombre 50th anniversary on it. So after my Goofy Challenge, I did my next princess race. This was, again, and they did the whole 50th anniversary ombre sparkly thing for this weekend. So it carried over. This was the Cinderella themed. And I love that on the lanyard, you can see her little castle and her coach with the horses and everything. I thought that was a nice, cute touch. The 10K, this one's one of my favorites. Sparkly, it was the Tiana theme. I love the unique green, the Tiana green that they used on this one. I thought it was super pretty. I'm trying to show you the lanyard real quick. It has the little lily pads and the fleur-de-lis. And then on the back of all of these, it has the castle and it says 50th anniversary. The half marathon theme for that year was Mulan. And this one also spins and it shows you the castle on the back. This one's super pretty because I don't have like a lot of this color in my medals. So I thought that was really nice and different. And then the challenge theme for that year was Moana. And this medal is huge. And I think some of the flowers kind of spin. And I like that chrome background. I think that's really pretty. Okay, so now we're on to this year. Here is my 5K medal from this past Dopey weekend, and he slides. I love the colors. They totally went in with the 90s theme because it was the 30th anniversary. So all the colors are very like Saved by the Bell, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like that kind of vibe. On the back it says I did it, which you can go ahead and insert your own opinion on them putting I did it on things. A lot of people have a lot of opinions. I like the sunglasses here. So I love these medals. I love the colors. I think they're really fun. But the problem is that the quality of them has really gone down. And so a lot of scratching has happened either at the race or after, and they're not that old. So that's a little frustrating. Here is the 10K, which was a Chippendale theme, and the little acorn is a spinner. Again, the colors are super fun. Everyone really got into this theme. Everyone was dressed like a VHS tape or Chippendale Rescue Rangers or just anything 90s Disney cartoon afternoon vibe. And it was really, really fun. My friend and I, we did do Rescue Rangers, and that was a good thing because that morning was the only cold morning. And so at least I got to wear a jacket. So that was nice. I think the half marathon medal is probably my favorite because I like the you know, more girly colors. I don't really love when people say that, but you know what I'm saying. I love the teal and the pink and the purple, but this was the one that when I got it was super scratched. Like all of the bow from Daisy was gone, part of her shoe. And so I exchanged it, which the line was so long to do this. So I think other people had the same issue. And then just after that, I just kind of like wrapped it up. I always wrap them kind of like this and put them individually into a sock and just hoped for the best that it would get home and I could hang it up and it would be fine. Here is the full marathon medal. This part is a spinner. So I love this medal. To be honest, I wish it was just that. Like, I don't like the big numbers. I don't need to, like, it just doesn't make sense to me, I guess. I know it's the 30th anniversary, but it's just not my favorite if I'm being picky. But I still love it. You know, I'm still super grateful that I got to do this race and it went really well and we had such a fun time. But you know, if I'm just telling you my opinion, that's what I think. So that was the marathon. The Goofy medal I think is actually super cool. They always make Goofies like very unique. So the background spins, and if you can see the back, it says I did it, and it has all of the characters. And you know what? And it has all the icons too, which I like. I felt so stupid because I was like, what the heck? Where's Dopey? It's Goofy. You haven't done Goofy or Dopey yet. So this one's super cute, and it also has all of the park icons like the Tree of Life and Epcot and everything. I think this one is for fun. Here is the Dopey Challenge medal. Again, I don't like the giant one. I'm just gonna say it. I don't like the swirl, but it's okay. He's still very cute. I'm super grateful I went. I love the colors. I think they're super fun and like radical. You know, that's the thing that they wanted. And all of the medals said I did it. And my friend Shailene cannot stand that. And so I finally had to ask her, like, what's the deal? Why don't you like that? And she was like, because the medal shows you did it. And it was so funny. So I agree with her, actually. I don't really think we needed to say I did it, because if you have the medal, then you did it. So this year I went and also got to do the Princess Half Marathon weekend. I love these Mary Blair style medals. I think it's super pretty. I love the vibrant colors. I don't have anything with Jasmine on it. The lanyard's pretty basic and simple, but I just think it all together, the design of it is super pretty. I like the clouds. I like the little sidekicks. You'll see on the next medal how sidekicks really took a big role in all of the design for these medals. So I love this one. I love this one so much. I love Cogsworth and Lumiere. You can see the Beast hiding behind here, Mrs. Potts and Chip. I just think, again, they really did a good job on making these medals unique. This is this little like stained glass thing in front of it. Really pretty. Everyone really went in with the Belle theme for this, so I thought that was really nice. And the half marathon, the medal's kind of small for this one, but again, so Moana again, which insert all the jokes about that, but I love Moana, don't get me wrong. I just don't like repeats of themes all the time, but there's Hey Hey, but this was really cool. It looks totally different than the other Moana medal I have, so I thought that was really nice that they kept the theme, but they did something different. And I believe this spins, it says 13.1, and on the back it has Maui. So this is really different and very cool. I really like this one. And I'm also being very gentle with her because the way that they did the colors on Princess and Marathon Weekend, they're the same. So they're really easy to scratch. So I've been trying really hard to not let them do that. Now this medal is very different and unique. It's the Cinderella, so for the Fairy Tale Challenge. It's supposed to sound like a clock. I kind of wish they did more with the back of it, but I think Cinderella herself is really pretty and it's really thick. It looks like a cookie almost. But it says 10 years running. It's really pretty, but I love it. So that's it. That's everything but my virtual medals. I have virtual medals from Princess when COVID had canceled the races. I have them from Springtime Surprise, and I have a wine and dine. I didn't do that because I thought maybe this video might be a little long, but these are my babies. I keep them in my room. My husband laughs at me because I just keep adding more and more to my little wall, but they help keep me motivated. So I just like to look at them and think about all the years of running, all the miles. Thank you for watching. Let me know what medal is your favorite. Let me know what medal of yours is your favorite. If you'd like to join any of our training groups, please let me know. We'll be doing running and strength training together. Last year we had 125 people in Run Fit Fab Dopey, and everyone did such a great job. We made so many new friends and it was so much fun. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. You can also find me on Instagram at RunFitMama. And I hope you guys have a great day. I can't wait to bring you all the training recap videos of me and my clients. Have a good one and have a magical day.